G'day YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in for the apology that I'm actually going to be making in this video, And the apology is actually going to be all about the video where I actually did a rant about the clash or the controversy between, let me just go ahead and grab the webcam here, between Christmas 2021, get out of the way cloth, otherwise I'll start ranting, and Halloween 2021, and also 2022. Now, there has been some very, very strange, how do you say it? Hysteric rumours about Halloween 2021 coming back, but hopefully I've just learnt my lesson here. Whoever thought that Halloween 2021 coming back isn't really that realistic overall, But overall, I've pretty much learnt my lesson so far after watching the rant, but more in in a very sort of, how would you say it, opposite sort of manner, because obviously, whenever you start to pretty much listen to a rant, you often get like the pros and the cons. You see by the hand gestures I did there, But for what I can work out, that the lesson I've learned today is that whenever you have a popular event like Halloween, which has already been passed, and you've got the upcoming Christmas event, which is of course currently here at the moment though, of course I know I can still pretty much still go for Halloween, and it's my choice. Okay, so I can pretty much take Christmas a break, go into Halloween, and if I'm feeling like I had enough of Halloween time, I can pretty much, do the same thing as I do for Christmas, just push it away, or clear it away, and then focus on Christmas. It's like how I do it, and vice versa. So, that's pretty much how I've learned so much though, after I did the massive rant. And I can't, I've actually felt like I'm pretty much sorry to myself, that I'm very sorry, actually sort of, pretty much raised my voice there, and I sort of, pretty much sounded a bit piping hot red. Yes, I was pretty much hyperly ticked off when I was making this whole video, okay? So after the moment that I actually felt quite piping hot red there, Yes, red hot, obviously, as in angry, of course, I'm actually starting to feel better now. Because, what's the point of, people starting to feel like in this sort of mood over and over and over again? I think it's going to alleviate the, how would you say, all of the, how would you say, the confidence that you have inside your head though. Okay, so, and, it's one of these things that, like, whenever, people who don't have, like, great days, like, obviously, whenever Christmas is still around, you certainly want to bring back Halloween back as an event day. But, I mean, I've got a lot of Halloween stuff and guff along the way here. I mean, I do have plentiful amounts of toys like this Grim Reaper bat. Like, I mean, I'm not pretty much being harsh onto that model A, but I think it's just for the fact it's too early though. But, with that being said, a lot of the harsh things, really, in a sense, are just basically people just pretty much, how would you say it? They're just pretty much saying though, really, Well, so it's best not to pretty much, lash them out back at each other, like, you're sort of, threatening at someone who is pretty much saying it. Oh, it's too early, Oven. You've already done Halloween there, and Halloween's already passed by though. You still have to wait for another year. Well, that's how human society sort of works though. So, what do I do when someone says that? Well, I don't know really, But I think the one idea, in my opinion, if someone says to me, but Ivan, Halloween's pretty much too early, blah, 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 but, well, obviously, I think the best thing to say is that it's fine. I can do whatever I like, though. It's pretty much a choice thing, though. And, that's something I actually feel like that maybe I was pretty much seeing it as pretty much a wrong thing, though. But one thing I did, which I felt like, although it was quite wrong, though, I actually did something quite right, though. Like, I just pick the right nerve and all the other things like that though, as I was making this whole video, and it's crazy though, and to be quite obviously, obviously I felt like something was murmuring somewhere inside of my head there, and I sort of got it out from my chest there, and all that stuff, but, that's the whole feature of it though, And as I'm making this video in the middle part of November though, and as we still got like the Christmas stuff, along the way here. And actually, there is actually another new Halloween 2022 item. If I go ahead and grab it, it's on the radiator here. it's this toy here. It's actually, well, it looks like to be a ghost kangaroo toy here. Obviously, it's got like that bit at the back there, obviously, to look like a ghost. And there you go. That's what I did there. I've got the ears to look like a kangaroo though, and also I did the T-Rex pose, and it's playing up on me, But obviously, it's quite a nice, cutesy looking, ghost looking kangaroo thing. I would have pretty much put cheeks in it to look cute though, but because it's pretty much a Halloween thing, it's just good as it is, really, Sorry, I was a bit tired though, But yes, obviously, actually, it's quite nice having that extra detailing on toys like that. I love the purple nose and the mouth expression on that, going. Woo! Okay, so obviously, just to pretty much check on everything that, obviously after the situation, there you go. I've pretty much learned along the way here, and I've also found another, other moral though that I've actually found as I've been making this video after the big kerfuffle that we had recently. That I actually had recently though, I wasn't really feeling like I was myself though today, because I actually realised that something on Saturday or Sunday of last week though sort of spawned something that was pretty much something that sort of made me sort of lash out myself there, and I just felt like I wasn't really that confident though on Christmas, and so I've just basically pushed it away and just pretty much retaliated back into well, actually sort of went back to Halloween time. Yeah, I was just retaliating it friendly enough though, but I'm not saying it as to attack back, but just to come back to it, like boomerang back to Halloween time though. And then after I'm done with Halloween time, I sort of go back to Christmas. Like I just sort of shove all the Halloween stuff away and move on to Christmas. Like, if I go ahead and show you the webcam like that, that's a classic example. But often, for what I can work out, as I was pretty much ranting in that whole video, as I need to set the camera up nicely, as I was ranting in that whole video that I did, you can obviously click on the link on the description down below here, of course. Actually, I need to do a better idea, There you go. Without being a bit too comical here, because I know this is a post-series issue though that I'm actually trying to solve here at the moment though, And another lesson I've learned is that, when customers sort of see this after Halloween, they sort of think, there's actually two ways though, and in fact I've actually seen a similar divide though. There's people, for those who most likely neglect it, which is obviously here, but there's also another half where they can pretty much buy it, get one free or cheap. Well, it's most likely cheap though, because free is very rare though, because shops and supermarkets, whenever you go shopping, everything's in prices everywhere these days, I suppose, which is in a sense, you know what I'm talking about, So obviously I've seen a lot more people sort of, well, obviously they sort of neglected a lot of the Halloween stuff because, well, Halloween time's just gone away, But the thumbs up part, why I'm doing the thumbs up part is because obviously this half here represents the people buying the stuff after Halloween time, and whenever you think of a special event like Christmas, whenever I see toys like this, and when Boxing Day hits, the prices go down. There's that old saying by the Status Quo band, like, down, down, the prices are down. That's the song that, whenever I think of, that band who did the song for the Coles advert in Australia. Coles is like a retailer in Australia, like, somewhere in Sydney, Australia. I won't get into that one, because obviously we're going to be talking about the whole post-rant thing that I need to pretty much solve, because obviously what I did in the video was completely wrong, lashing myself out there, and pretty much complaining and ranting about both Christmas and Halloween at the same time in November of 2021. And I know Christmas does start early, as what Halloween does. I know what it is though. This may sound absurd though. Yes, this may sound absurd, but okay, I'll try not to rant here, because this is going to be a problem-solving-esque type video here, because I feel like what I did in the video though, in that previous video, and what I've ranted was wrong. Okay, so I'm not normally this sort of, short-tempered type person, because if I was short-tempered, I would have lost my mind, and it would have, it would have made my mind eat all of my enthusiasm away. A little bit like Pac-Man sort of dying to death though, eating all of that food too much excessively, then he gets nausea and then he dies there after eating a ghost. And that's all I can pretty much think of really, eh? But another thing I've also sort of referred to is I said the word divide. I sort of think about people sort of dividing like that one moment in Google reviews, and there's actually another video I've actually found, and from a YouTuber called Leo Convio, who's of course an Australian YouTuber, and he actually talks about the Mercedes-Benz Sparks Plugs videos, eh? It's sort of similar, but he actually referred to the part where in Google reviews, there's actually a whole saying that whenever you sell stuff which is fairly nice, people are happy to see it though. But whenever it's something which is like, you know, a special event like Christmas or Halloween though, then most likely I'm gonna neglect it though. If I show you which side is it, alright? This side here, they're most likely gonna neglect it because it's over. But if something is like, if this ghost kangaroo toy, if this was sold for like, you know, £18, or maybe as expensive as like, you know, £21, mind you, if you double charge, you know, if you pretty much charge very good or nice things there with a, you know, double charging the money, the people are just gonna walk away here. And that's the part, and that's also the basic trap of various things though in life though, especially when it comes into like special events, you know, special events type items though and whatnot though, and it's one of the dangers as well though whenever you go shopping though. You may think, I could literally say that this toy is cheap. Well, look at it. This is a toy that I've already reviewed a month ago, eh? £14.99, that flip-flop Halloween pony themed toy, the origami one, eh? And it's a classic example of how, you know, consumers sort of get angry about, you know, prices. You know, that's the whole thing about, you know, prices and stuff like that, and also the sort of times of the year as well though. Like whenever you buy stuff before Halloween, like for example, if I pick Halloween for example though, if you see those around late August, they mainly tend to be quite expensive. If it comes closer to Halloween time, sometimes it does reduce the price, but it always doesn't. But after the actual event though, it sort of, you know, makes the prices sort of come down, or in this case, when the event is finished, they literally push it away though. Like push all of the Halloween stuff away though, and move on to something very Christmassy. So obviously the whole rant video was a big mistake, although I'm keeping it though just to represent the history of my YouTube channel though. I don't know about you, but I think it's because of the fact that you know, it really is the part though that yeah, I feel like I'm the one to blame for the you know, the nastiness. In fact, a lot of people can be quite nasty and gnarly these days. I'm not usually one of these people though. And in fact, whenever I come and pretty much buy and make stuff though, I'm a very sedate toy maker though, and also a consumer as well though. Like I rarely ever, you know, consume toys for myself, but for me as part of a video though, I usually make the toys. And that product dropped on the floor, eh? But obviously, yes, it really is quite, you know, whenever I think of rant type videos, I have to be very careful because obviously, you know, obviously there's like a bit of ups and downs in these types of videos and whatnot, eh? But I certainly learnt my lesson though. Like, as I said earlier before, like if you go ahead and pretty much make Christmas stuff, that's fine and perfect. But if you want to make Halloween stuff in November, that's also fine as well. You can pretty much save it for next year, eh? So, yes, it really does sort of fix things up after I've done so much tragicness after doing the vlog, which was quite a bit of a ranty type video there, and I thought, you know, something is pretty much wrong there. I feel like this is the best video, and funnily enough, I'm just so glad that after making this video, I'm not really that pipingly red hot anymore though, and I'm just so glad. I'm just pretty much calm right now, eh? But in that other video, I wasn't really that calm though. So you just saw me and how, extremely, sort of exasperated, sort of annoyed, and, sort of very exasperated, and also a bit, quite ranty, or very ranty as well, though, because obviously, that's what people sort of do. They can make rants, whatever subject they're going to be talking about. And usually these videos tend to either have like high or low sort of views there, depending on the subject that they talk about and the amount of, vocabulary, pizzazz that they put onto the videos and whatnot, And obviously I think for me though, it really is one of those things that sort of pretty much I often don't make these types of videos a lot though on my YouTube channel, because I do fear that the algorithm system on my YouTube channel would pretty much see this as pretty much something that would be completely and utterly unacceptable, or in this case demonetized or even flagged. Okay, so usually a lot of videos though, it's one of those things that whenever I make like videos that sort of have the emotion of being completely and utterly how do you say it, bugged out, or I don't know what it is though, but I was just completely maybe bawled out, or maybe shy, or also a bit humiliated, or in this case a bit ashamed as well though, because obviously like whenever you sort of produce videos like that really starts to paint a dark picture to a lot of people as well though, and I'm just so glad I can pretty much be free away of making these types of videos on YouTube, because obviously I'm not really that much of a ranty type person though, although I have to come and do rants though, just to pretty much, either to save my life, but also to sort of get the stress out of me though. Okay, it's something that I really want to test myself though, but at least I sort of pretty much did a few Halloween themed items though, and at least it's nothing that bad, to be quite obviously honest, I suppose though, whenever I'm doing Halloween 2022 items for next year, and it doesn't matter though really, as I'm pretty much making videos like that one, Now, obviously, earlier on I wasn't really that calm though. Obviously, I wasn't really that calm, and I sort of threatened myself by just pretty much saying words there that sort of, sort of represents the propaganda of Halloween in November of 2021, and it really does sort of, made me feel like, wow, I'm just sort of having a bit of a closer scrutiny, and what I'm thinking I've done so much though was a bit wrong though, and there was something on my head that I really want to get off there, something quite negative there. There was that whole negative thing there that was inside my head there. It's sort of quite nasty there, but there is a thing that I've actually realised as I'm making this video though, and I have seen Christmas items being sold in late July and August though, but I'll keep that onto my head though, just to remind myself. I have seen late July and August though, and to be quite obviously honest, I've seen it before, and mind you, it's something that not many people tend to basically see a lot though, I suppose, but I'll keep that onto the whole thing, where I sort of refer to that part though, whenever I go to shops, supermarkets, and stores like that though, I do remember seeing late Halloween items in August though, and Christmas items sold, being sold as early as late August as well. So that's a bit of a nice coincidence though, But, I definitely say that it is something I feel like that, after picking that right nerve and, just sort of after getting myself completely spiked high up though, getting myself spiked up like that though, I realised something was wrong though. And luckily enough though, I'm just so glad I can pretty much do whatever I like though. So, yeah, there's nothing to pretty much worry about, or pretty much lament yourself or rant about yourself, sort of. Well, like whenever you sort of make or whenever people see like a Halloween thing after Halloween time or just before Christmas, I think the best thing is as a bit of a mole in your head there, I suppose, and use your brain instead of let your anger emotions or your strong emotions take over there, like I did with that rant. Okay, so this is of course a post rant video there, okay, so because really want to apologise for the criticism and the controversy surveying between Christmas and Halloween, And that's because of the fact though that I'm sort of pretty much panicking so much though, as I sort of want to go back to Halloween though, because there was something like, either it was like something to do with the you know, the whole, you know, thingamajiggy sort of like, you know, purple coloured t-shirt though, demon thing though in my head though, or whatever in the frick is going on That's something that is pretty much inside my head there, that's sort of, you know, driving me crazy there. It's sort of, you know, that's the part. I'm just so glad I can pretty much get it off my chest, and it's something that I really want to pretty much put up for the amount of work that I've been doing so much in this video, and it's something that I really want to put on my life though as something to fix, because I realised what a wrong thing to do, formulating rant videos sometimes, gets people cranky, doesn't it though, And I have to say, it is something though. It is really, of course, something though. It's one of these things. People can pretty much negatively feedback though whenever people do like rants, but at the same time, they can also be positive as well though. It depends on what YouTuber it is though. And obviously, currently at the moment though, as I said earlier before, I've done like 26, 27, now I've got 28. My collection is actually building up though, which is actually quite massive. And I've only got about 7 Christmas items though, at the moment though, sadly, but at the moment though, despite the post-ranting that I'm actually making as part of the video, with that being said, unfortunately I still have to keep the Christmas theme a break though, because if I ever didn't take the Christmas theme a bit too far, if I didn't take the whole Christmas theme a break, like so, I would have started another rant, and I just hope I won't do it again though. And hopefully that's something I really want to get something out of my chest from being too serious, to be a lot more complacent and placid and a lot more sedate as well though. And yes, on my YouTube channel, as I said before, I'm a fairly sedate person though. And yeah, obviously I feel like that's interesting. Maybe after using that nerve, I felt like it was a great idea. But then after that, I felt like that's not good. Something's not completely right. But yeah, often the rants really, as I said before though, there really is a thing to pretty much get out of your chest though, and that's something I've pretty much learnt about the whole madness between, you know, Christmas and Halloween though. And I should actually tell you the story and how I actually came up with that rant between Christmas and Halloween time now for 2021. As I was making Christmas 2021 and Halloween 2021 at the same time, there's actually another moral I've also learned. That also I've actually realised the main reason why I also did this rant is because of the fact that although I've already done 7 Christmas themed products compared to 28 for Halloween for 2021/2022, the real reason is because of the fact I was actually working too slow. Maybe I can criticise on that one, I was working too slow, and it's because of the fact that the only thing I can care about on my toys is detailing. Okay, so, you know, a lot of toys, you know, they have to have, like if I grab this Christmas red panda here, that is highly detailed. I've got, like, this beautiful looking candy cane sort of tail at the back there, I've got, like, green on the other side on the legs, also the cheek design, and also the facial design on the animal. It looks stunning. I also like the red nose. It looks pretty festive. Great work. Obviously, it is pretty much great, although complex, and although this project has been delayed for, like, you know, for like a week or so, it is amazing to get that project done, and I'm just so glad that this animal there is pretty much ready for the festive season, and I'm just so happy that I've done it like so. Another product, another good example though of a Christmas product that took quite a while is this Penguin Club World, how do you say it? It's basically a ninja theme. It's an Ultimate Christmas Ninjas with Christmas themed weapons 12 pack, and yes, it's another classic example on why I think I might have done something wrong, like formulating that one rant that I did before though. If you want to see the rant, as I said before, please click on the link down below there. Okay, so obviously I know a lot of the Halloween 2021 themed toys, obviously normally they don't come in packages or packagings. One of the greatest was this. It was a Vietnam 2021 themed Halloween toy. It was quite good, I suppose, fairly nice. And the other one I did, which I think was pretty much my favourite, was this one here. I think it was pretty much one of the Penguin Batcave sets there, That took quite a while though to get this product done, I think I should pretty much start working on it, or else I'll start to lose myself. But I promise not to lose myself, after making this very good post-rant video, because that's the lesson I've learnt. And after doing that massive angry rant, well, it wasn't really that massive there, but at least I sort of got something out of my chest here, So, yeah, that really is something, after I did this sort of unlucky stress, or my stress of unluckiness, that really is a nice piece of freedom. And I will carry on with the Halloween 2021 themed items / 2022. And once I'm done with that, I'll go back to Christmas, but I'll also do Thanksgiving as well, just to commemorate and also to represent the American audience as well, because I often pay good homage to the American friends, or the American YouTubers, or the American community around my YouTube channel, and if I can't, that'll be fine. I can save it for next year. But anyways, if you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a good like, subscribe for more that videos in the future, as I'm feeling so more, super more enthusiastic now after I did that horrible rant. As always, thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.